Hello and welcome to DAX for Humans. My name is Greg Deckler, and today we're going to be taking some of the recent things that we've learned and putting them to practical use. Specifically, we're going to be creating what's called an inverse selector. So, to understand what an inverse selector does, let's review a standard slicer. So, in the data model I have my main table, my main fact table, and then I have my items table. And there's a relationship between them. So, this relationship is based upon the item columns in each one. And as you can see, the items table was created by doing a distinct across table item. So now I can put this into a slicer. So item comes from the items table. This main table here comes from my main table. And since there's a relationship between them, I can select items in the slicer like banana. And now this gets filtered to just the banana rows or cucumber and grapefruit. But if I want the opposite to happen, so that I pick pickle here, instead of getting the pickle rows, I get everything but the pickle rows. That is what we call an inverse selector. So to create that, I create another table with the same DAX, distinct table item, but I don't form a relationship between this table and this table. Instead, I create a measure in order to form that relationship. So the measure that I create is this inverse selector measure. And all it does is it gets the distinct items that are in the inverse selector items table. I also get the max item in context from the table, and then in the result, I say if the item is in the items, then return 0, otherwise return 1. So now what I can do is I can add this to the filter pane for this visual. And I can say is 1 and apply that filter. Now, since this is a slicer and everything is selected, even when nothing is selected, then this is blank. And now I can choose pickle, and now I get all the rows except for the pickle rows. Or if I choose grapefruit, I get everything but the grapefruit rows, everything but the cucumber rows, and everything but the banana rows. So this can be useful in a number of different types of analysis. But that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.